That is a problem. We're not getting proper voltage. It's only showing 88 volts. It's not gonna do it. We need 120. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're gonna run a couple of calls. We got one no heat call that I've never been to before, and we got another call, I think, to put on 2 thermostats. So take you along with me and see what we find. Super old Linux. Does not sound like the blower motor is coming on. So I heard a click. That is not hardly on there at all. There it goes. Got a good flame, but no blower. We're not getting any blower motor. So, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna check your capacitor right here. That sucker is ancient, so also want to check the blower. Let's see what we can get started here. Okay, so this spins really good. Just give it one little small flick. We will check microfarads on this bad boy. See here it says 5 UF. So we're gonna check across our leads, see if we've got 5. So we've got 4041. Technically, anything below 10% and below is what you consider a loss on a capacitor. So we'll put a 5 on here, see if it'll make a difference. Don't know if it will. Might be dealing with either a control board or just the motor itself, but we will go from there and see what we end up finding. And test the new capacitor out, see if that happened to be it. Like I said, sometimes they'll work being at that level, the old one, but I've seen them work at 4 out of 5. I've seen them not work at 4 out of 5. So we'll test it real quick. Inducer starting, which is good. Alright, so we tested it with a different capacitor. It did not do the trick, which is kind of what I was feeling like. So we're going to do some more troubleshooting. At this point, it's probably either going to be the board, control board, which that is the original, or it could be the blower motor itself. So we're going to check some voltages on the board, do some testing, and see what we can find with that. Alright, y'all. We're going to test between common and hot on this blower motor with power on to see what we are getting. Okay, it's only showing 88 volts. That is a problem. We're not getting proper voltage to our blower motor to start the motor. And even still, we're still only getting, we're trying to get there. We're getting 100. Got 100, but that ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. We need 120. So I want to do some explaining as to why we checked between black and white. So that is our heating speed wire for the blower. If you come back to the board, you've got different labels here, which I don't know if it's going to focus enough because it's just a little action camera, but you see there, that's the heat right there. And then down here it says ACB cool right there. So the red is for cooling, black is for your heating. So I was just checking between both just to be safe, but the black one between black and common, that's what we should have been checking to test, see if the blower was getting proper voltage. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take 120 volts. We're going to just double check our work, make sure that the blower motor isn't the problem, and just double check and solidify that it's not. We're going to take 120 volts from our leg down on the board from incoming power, and we're going to apply it straight to our heating speed wire for the blower motor. So once we do that, it should come on. And we do get the blower motor coming on. So we know that the control board is not allowing 120 volts to pass through and giving it to the blower motor like it needs. Okay, so that's another way just to triple check your work, if you will, is just simply take 120 volts, apply it to your blower motor, and that is a way to ensure you can find the exact problem you're looking for sometimes. We're going to try and see if we can find a control board for this thing. Hopefully we can. And we're probably going to suggest a capacitor, a blower motor capacitor as well, because it's checking at a 4, not a 5. It's not extremely low, but it's just good practice. If you're in here, go ahead and do it. Alright, so we're going to give them a price on a new control board. See what they want to do. They talked about replacing the system already because it is pretty old. A 1997. So, I mean, that sucker is old. So, we'll see what they want to do. Alright, so he's going to opt to go ahead and get a new board. So we're going to go pick that up. It's in stock pretty close by. Alright, got the control board. We're good to go. So, a little bit different on this one than the old one, but it'll work. Alright, so I know everybody does control boards differently or has a different method. Might not be the same for everybody, but what I like to do is, it's a dummy-proof way where you can literally just go most of the time wire for wire. Just keep in mind you don't want to mix any wires up and damage the new board. Alright, new control board is in. Ran our new igniter wire all the way up to the top, back into the spark igniter. Should be good to go. Here she goes. Just gonna make sure the blower motor comes on and we're good to go. Our blower motor is on and she's back and heating like she should be. Alright, so they are good to go. They should have heat now. So hopefully you got to see a little bit of how I kind of just troubleshoot my way through things. I like to just, go step by step, especially with the other like intermittent stuff. You always want to triple check your work, double check your work at least, and just try different ways to make sure you can verify that is the one issue that's happening with the system. If you've found this video helpful in any way, consider leaving a like or a comment, and if you don't mind, just subscribing to the channel. Hopefully the content helps somebody. That's my goal, is just to help out people that are either looking to get in the trade or want to know about the trade. So I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.